Hello, this is GBO2, or known as Excel, and I'm going to be explaining this goddamn terrible freaking mobile suit. Now, I put these parts in here because I feel like it's probably the only percentage or chance to at least get third or second or first place with these parts on here. Now, I'm going over here in the skills. I'm just like, wow, these are just, what is up with all these small amount of skills that I don't need? 5% for modifier when crouching on the ground. I don't want to crouch with this thing. I'd rather crouch with some other mole suits. I'd rather crouch with a Gunner Gundam where I can just do, at least around 3 stagger shots with it. Now the only thing it's got good in here is emergency evasion system. That's all it's got. That's the only skill that I feel like that's worthwhile to actually look at. And the transform flight, I don't know if that's even good. You know what I mean? Now in transform flight, I think you can only change into like 2 weapons or something like that, which is just terrible. It's just absolutely terrible. Now I'm just literally reading all these parts of this mole suit, and it basically says like everything's just poor performance with everything. It just generally demonstrates poor performance. It's part of provisional war like effort, and it's only good if it's in groups. So if it's by itself, it's messed up. So that's just a really bad sign. And it has many issues, and like, oh my god, it just I just can't move sometimes. I can't even dodge roll. So I just feel like the dodge roll in this mole suit is just lackluster. I feel like it's late. I keep on pressing the dodge roll button, but I can't dodge roll with this thing. Now this Gaza C, man, it's just whack, man. It's just freaking terrible. This is probably the only good match I've had with this mole suit. And this is just kind of a, it was alright, but I was just waiting and waiting for my next attack with this thing. It's very, very painful. And every single time I'm just trying to look for a perfect time to throw a shot in these specific moments. And these specific moments, you have to let your team to go in the front lines at all costs. You cannot 1v1 with anybody with this mole suit. You just cannot. And when you can, it's just, you have to do some amazing miracles. I was able to do some like crazy miracles in this match to at least do some things. Now I just don't understand how the heck did I get like a really bad place in this video, and there's gonna be a video where I just literally land my heavy beam shots. I'm missing my shots, and I'm just terrified. I'm just terrified using this mole suit because I know this thing is like a ticking time bomb every single time I'm using this mole suit. I know that if I launch my knuckle buster too much, it's going to take a long ass time. And in many moments I'm just like, that's all I got. I got this beam rifle and then this beam sword. Oh my god, this beam sword is just, it's like I feel like I'm playing in a pool table, but there's literally no balls on the fucking pool table with using this mole suit, and I can't hit a single shot with this thing. And I am able to land my shots, but it's really lackluster. And what I mean lackluster, it just doesn't do too much of a damage. It doesn't give too much of a damage output. and it's just really annoying, especially when you get staggered and you want to roll out of the situation. You just can't. You literally can't. I don't know why. And right there, look, 5k damage. Now what? Now I have to wait for my beam rifle to charge. I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for my beam rifle. Waiting. Okay, I'm just taking the hits, man. And I don't have a side weapon to, you know, use with this thing whatsoever. I just don't. Very painful. I just can't use this mostly. I feel like this was literally a waste of tickets in the ticket shop. I was hoping this mobile would be really good, but I just realized how bad it really is. And you know, I believe this was a MS Rewards mobile suit, but you know, I was kind of glad they were able to pull out this mobile suit in the shop. I'm kind of glad I'm able to use this terrible mobile suit. And I was trying to get this Mark II, and the Mark II just, I can't compete against Mark II's speed. I just can't. And this is a 500 cost match, and I brought this to a this is a 450 mobile suit, and I brought this to a 500 match. I've had many matches that were 450 matches, and yet I still had some horrible games with this thing. I just don't understand. This is the retarded conehead of mobile suits. And look at what I'm talking about. Like the horrible speed of the melee is just really bad. The maneuverability of this most is really bad. I'm trying to dodge roll. I'm literally pressing the dodge roll. But when I finally can, I'm just doing it really late. I'm doing late dodge rolls with this thing. And then I thought I had that guy, but I did not have the guy. The other guy came out of nowhere and just like, ooh, a freaking Gaza C. What a miserable mobile suit to use. And he just finishes me off. And, you know, use this mobile suit like 10 times in matches and still didn't get any good games with this thing. Like, I want to use a mobile suit that I know I can get a good game, 1 out of 10, you know? But this mobile suit is just, it's really bad. It really is. Can't stand using this cheese grinder of a mobile suit. And when you bust a kill, oh man, they come back at you with revenge. And when I mean revenge, they know that this mobile suit just got one shot and one shot only. Now it's also got the single burst shots, but the single burst shots, I just feel like it doesn't do anything. And there's gonna be one point in this video where I literally shot 3 times on an enemy opponent and it did not even stagger him. Like, come on. I did that freaking fast pace with this thing. Terrible mobile suit. And don't be coming at me like, oh man, this is an amazing mobile suit. It's the whole world, man. It really isn't, man. It's very painful. It's the worst out of the Gaza line, probably. The worst. Worse than anything I've ever used. Worst general. You know, like, come on, this is a general. Was able to do a kill shot right here, and look at this raid is literally taking advantage. I'm literally trying to dodge roll, but I can't dodge roll in this thing. But look at that. 5k damage right there with a single beam shot, just fully. That's really nice stuff, but you know, it needs a side weapon, you know, or like a faster rate or longer range. You know, this mobile suit is it's just terrible. It's just miserable. A horrible mobile suit, man. God damn it. Now I believe in this match I was able to land a lot of heavy, nice shots, but I still got a really bad place. I feel like I did better this match than the first video I did with this thing. Now I'm going over here, I'm just trying to get a really nice... Oh, freaking... Like, Kusol, man. It's freaking shit. It is a flying mechanical piece of crap mobile suit. You know, like, the Gaza D is even better. The Gaza Zoom is even better. And, you know, over the time when they were just basically making the whole mobile suit, this is one of the very first ones that came out in the startup, I believe. And you know, this came out in Zeta series. I was like, in Zeta series they made this mobile suit look pretty decent, you know. I think, I don't remember, but I remember when I was playing this some other mobile suits, and I was trashing this thing with Freedom Gundam in Gundam Dynasty, and there'd be like a whole herd of these Gaza C's, and I'm just like literally one-shotting them with my beam saber. And I'm just like, man, these mobile suits, they don't feel like a threat to me. And you know, this mobile suit is just terrible. And all I can think this mobile suit would have been good would have been like a recon or a assassin sniper that absolutely fails his job and dies as an assassin. Going over here, trying to land one perfect shot. I'm trying to land my shots perfectly with this thing. Waiting for a moment for the enemy opponent to get staggered. Good stuff. And you know, when you have this mobile suit in your team, just know that having this by your side is gonna be a very hard time. And you know, you just have to hope that, you know, the player can land its shot like directly. If it misses its shot, it's gonna have to fall back and recharge its beam. Look at this. I'm waiting. Like, what the flip, dude? Why am I waiting for this thing? Why? Now I'm going over here. Let's slap a heavy shot right there. Waiting for my shot. I only got one swing. Oh, and that's the worst part about this mobile suit. One swing only as a general. What the hell? One swing. That is just terrible. Terrible. One swing is all it got. It's got this horrible dodge roll. It's got this gun that just, you have to wait for it basically. Then you got, you know, with one swing. What the hell am I gonna do with one swing with this thing? And you know, majority all the high tier players, they know how bad this mobile suit is. They know that this mobile suit is just bad. You know? Trying to aim a good shot at a nice target right here. And it's best if you aim your sights on raids with this mobile suit. It really isn't worthwhile when you're literally trying to go against the supports, because you're literally wasting your beam shots on supports. And the worst part is like when they shoot you, you're gonna have to reset the charge over again, and that's why I added the charge buff on this mole suit. Just terrible. I can't even use this in long range. I can't even use this in short range. I can't use this in medium range. Like, bruh. It's like that dirt speck that you just can't clean off, and it's just there. It's there forever. No matter what you do, no matter if you put alcohol or you put some water on that spot, it just doesn't go away. You know, like this, you won't be busting any Mr. Clean moments with this thing. You won't be mopping up dudes. Look at this, I am busting a miracle trying to run away with these guys. I am surprised that I'm able to run away against two guys. And I ran away because of one reason only. I got one shot, and I have to make that count. Now imagine three guys trying to chase you down. No way. There's no way you can handle that. Even if you added this mole suit with some turn rate, it still would be bad. And you have to be precise with your shots. Very precise. If you miss your shot, you have to fall back. And then, you know, if you want to be really suicidal, you go in for that one single melee that this mole suit has. Went for melee of this because that man was in close range, so I basically shot that beam shot in close point blank range, which is real nice. But you can do that with almost any mobile suit, you know, with beam weapons. Just terrible mobile suits. And I'm trying to be aggressive with this mole suit, and I don't want to be aggressive with this thing. Hell no. It's like it's kind of like a death wish when you're using this thing. Landed my shot against a Rig Diaz. Melee is absolutely slow. Okay, waiting for my recharge. Yay. Now I have to rely on my beam saber. My beam saber knocked down two guys right there, but I was absolutely lucky. Trying to get out of this really bad situation. Left 1, 2, 3. I literally landed 3 shots on that raid, and it still wasn't enough to stagger that guy. Like, bruh. I was planning to go for a heavy melee with this thing, but I couldn't. This goddamn gun doesn't do its job every single time. You know, it's just, oh my god, this thing is terrible. You know, that MS exclamation just explains it all, you know what I mean? And I got 8th place with that thing. I've got 12th place like I don't know how many times with this mole suit. They should just call this the Gaza Cries instead of the Gaza C, man, because it's just terrible. And it holds its titty like it's a really slim titty. And I'm trying to figure out, you know, it's meant for recon. And if it's meant for recon, like, come on. It's just a terrible recon mobile suits. I feel like this needs like a fake beacon or something to get out of really bad situations. Look at that, 5k damage. What am I gonna do after that? Want me to approach him and risk my mobile suit's HP? Hell no. Going after this Barzam. Like, I'd rather use a Barzam than this goddamn freaking terrible mobile suit. Landed the shot, and that's the thing. You know, you can land kill shots, but you can only land kill shots if your team members are there. If your team members are there, you're just going to have to wait for your beam and prepare to bust some crazy ass maneuvers. Right there, I am actually surprised that guy had, you know, sufficient enough goddamn frames to save his feet. And now when you're using the small suit, just shoot them in the legs. When you shoot them in the legs, it does like good damage, but you know, it's just, come on, look at this. I saw that guy coming from me. I didn't have enough boost or enough speed to drift to the right, trying to get that raid away from me. And if that raid was chasing me, I can't do anything after once I shoot this gun. I can't. Oh man, it feels like I am milking this goddamn beam rifle, and I'm just shooting out powder with this thing. Terrible, terrible. Look at that. This mobile suit is meant to retreat. That's all it's meant to do. Just retreat the whole match. That's how you use this thing. You have to play chicken with this mobile suit. We got striked on the right. That guy did a surprise attack, and you know, that Desert Jelgu had this really good moments. You know, if this Mosu would turn invisible in the map, it would be amazing, but it just doesn't. Look at that really late feedback on that roll. Like, come on, they are going to catch me 100% of the time during that roll. Landed a shot on that raid, and you know, I am literally like open, dude. I'm like literally an open book with this freaking melee. It's like, oh, it's got its melee. What other weapon is it gonna pop out? Oh, just only melee, because I know the goddamn freaking charger beam on that freaking mole suit is just terrible, terrible. This is just a painful. It's just, I'm definitely giving this mole suit like 1 out of 10. This has to be one of the worst generals in the game. The worst. And you know, like they didn't even add a distance buff on this mole suit, and you only get 400 meters of distance. Like with this beam rifle, isn't it a sniper rifle? You know? If it had like 500 meters, it's understandable. There we go. I'm just getting shot by my team members. Look at this Jelgu. He was just like, oh, look at Gaza C. I have a better chance fighting that thing. But my team members were there to save me because of that camper. The camper would just literally destroy this thing. Like, oh my god. I do not. This is one of those multis you do not ever want to do 1v1s. Unless you're like an S- player and you're trying to troll a D- player, yeah, you can use this thing. But oh my god. Waiting and waiting and waiting. And the worst part is that, you know, waiting for this beam to charge up is just terrible. It doesn't give you enough points to get at least, you know, a really good score. You know, adding these points of this beam rifle just doesn't accumulate just enough with this thing. And I'm going pretty hardcore with this mole suit. Look how hardcore I'm going. My god, this thing is so hardcore. Oh man, the freaking charger, man. Just milk it. You know, like that's the worst. You know, like, why do I have to wait for it to charge, then I have to charge it and then fire it? Why isn't it like instant? You know, like, why isn't it instant like a Hayaku Shiki beam rifle? Why isn't it instant like a Mark II beam rifle? Why isn't it instant like a Gazoom beam rifle? You know, that's just terrible. Oh my god. And at this point, you know, a S minus player are just going to literally spam words at you and giving you sentences saying, "Oh, you're a terrible player and you're this and that." Bruh. It's this goddamn terrible mobile suit. They're gonna literally spam at you and say that you're horrible, you're a bad player, you're not helping the team. You know, look at that. I missed my shot. Now what? I have to go in for the melee. One swing. This man just... I can't believe it. And that's the thing, like, one shot is all I needed with this small suit. Just one shot. It's like Gaza, see you later, you know? Gaza, you see it, die. Like, goddamn, man. And another tip is that, you know, you can see a lot of players when they have a beam weapon, you can see a flash, you can see a shine when it's fully charged. As you can see, that dude's beam rifle is fully charged, the shine. And I hit my material on the ground, and that's just great. Now I have to play play pretend with this and pretend that I have a weapon charged up over here. And if an enemy player is like trying to charge you when you're trying to recharge this weapon, just retreat back. Go over here. Look at this guy. That GM Striker's got an instant, like, it's got an instant stagger rifle. You know, like the GM2 rifle, and it staggers. You know, I just don't understand why doesn't a single shot of this mobile suit just staggers. Like, come on, help this goddamn freaking mobile suit, devs. Going over here. And then this is the moment when you're gonna be challenging a camper player, and the camper player is gonna brag how hot shit crazy they beat a Gaza C to death. Like, come on. I'm literally hitting walls with this thing. I'm just trying to use it like differently. I'm trying to use it in all sorts of different styles, different ways. And I was just like, you know what? I just decided to add like the really bad matches with this model suit. And but man, oh man, it just feels so good. Look at that, breaking legs. And that's what I like about this mole suit. Probably the only thing I like about this mole suit. Breaking legs. Look at this GM. Charging my beam, landed my beam. But, you know, moments like that is not going to happen all the time. If you miss your leg shot, and when I mean miss your leg shot, you can literally shoot the beam right through the legs and you can literally miss your shot. And it could be end of the story with this thing. Now, the small suit, what it's got is just this horrible beam rifle. Then it's got this beam sword. That's all it's got. That's all. Why say it's horrible? It's like you have to wait twice in a row. I'm playing the game freaking backup, dude. I'm busting like tug of war with this thing. And you cannot afford mistakes with this. I've seen players get absolutely demolished using this small suit. And when I mean demolished, I remember I saw a player who died like literally 10 times or something like that using this small suit in one match. Because he didn't know how to use it properly. Now I was going over here, saw this and that's one shot. Now what? The hell? I have to retreat now. What I should have done is switch into my other weapon on this mole suit and activate it. And if you're the only guy in your team, you have to hold off the whole group with one shot. Like, what the flip? And that's the thing. You can literally break legs like campers. You can break legs of GMs. But their team members will come onto the side and strike you. And this guy's basically saying, everyone retreat. That was probably the best the thing to actually say. But you know, it's just terrible, especially when you're retreating by yourself with this thing. But what you want to do is attack players. And when I mean attack players, attack them when they don't know when you're coming. And what the hell? I literally ended my melee right there, and he was still able to catch my melee as a support with this thing. Miss. Miss, miss, miss. I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. Terrible. At this point, I was just like, literally hitting everything. I was just frustrated with this thing. Frustrated. Now I have to wait. Just absolutely 1 out of 10. It's just it would have had a better job if this was a support. If this mostly was a support, it'd do like some crazy damage on players. Literally crazy damage. I was just really frustrated with this thing. Very painful. I kind of gave this mole suit a color because I did not want the pink color on this mole suit, because if you color this mole suit pink, you're even more dead. Like, players would recognize it. So I had to give this mole suit different colors to make it blend with the Gaza D. So I make this mole suit pretend that it's a Gaza D, basically. Trying to go over here. Freaking boring, dude. I'm freaking bored out of my mind trying to get some really nice shots. Now, this area right here is a really good section, a good elevation to catch dudes who are trying to go from the stadium or the fallen building right there, or the bridge area right there. So it's like a really nice area. But you know, it's just not for this mole suit. Just there's better mole suits that just can do even a better job. Look at this. I am fighting against a freaking campers. 2 campers, 3 campers. Yeah, that was just terrible. But you know, you see what I'm talking about. How the hell can this mobile suit handle 3 campers at that freaking specific moment? You know, it's crazy. You know, and the bazooka shot, if the 3 campers were basically together, I could have landed a bazooka shot on at least 2 of those campers and still got away. You know, but that time I had to rely on 1 single shot. It just freaking really isn't fair when you're using this thing. And you don't get like a flight dynamic, you don't get a anti-blast stabilizer, you don't get all the good stuff that a lot of mole suits have. I'm trying to shoot this camper right here. Kill the camper. At that moment, I believe the camper was either reloading or pretty damn busy at that specific moment. Got shot in the back. And that's the thing, you know, like we had so many wide openings to the point that the enemy players were able to do really nice the strikes with this thing. And right there, that was probably the most quickest dodge roll I did with this mole suit, but it was still a little bit delayed. But I still couldn't even get out of that camper's reach of the dangerous speed that a camper had. But man oh man. And like, if I was fighting up against a mud rock, the mud rock would just destroy this thing. If I was fighting up against a Hyzak, the Hyzak would beat this thing. If I was fighting a custom Doge, it would just beat this thing, you know? A lot of mole suits would beat this mole suit. You could have chose something even better. And like, shooting him in the legs just really doesn't matter. Like, why should I rely on one shot to finish off a dude's legs if it doesn't even finish off a dude's legs? It's really, it's kind of like a rolling dice with this mole suit. Right here, I have no clue how I was able to survive this. Just long enough. Right there, the melee was absolutely delayed. I could have killed that mole suit a little bit more faster, but I got shot, I believe. Yeah, it's just, oh god damn, dude, I don't understand. And getting good games with this thing, mobile suit, is just really a pain. You have to struggle a lot. To get a really nice, amazing game with this mole suit. And if you take this mole suit to high tier matches, if you take this to rated, man, you just, it's gonna be painful. And the thing is like, if your whole team falls down, you're gonna fall down with them too, with this mole suit. Trying to land my shot right here. Delayed melee again. Look at that. I boosted holding the melee trigger. Melee was delayed. Man, that MS exclamation just explains everything. Look at this the striker. Look how crazy this mole suit is just going to take advantage off of this thing. Look at this. Trying to land a shot on this this striker. Missed my opportunity. And at that specific moment, I'm just like, there's a whole group of campers right there, and I don't want to get involved. Hell no. Waiting. What the flip? This is one of those coolest decisions I've ever did with a mobile suit. This is probably the most clutchest shot I've ever did with a mobile suit. Check this out. Boom. Was able to just take a 3,000, 4,000 damage on that enemy dom. Look at this GM striker. I cannot do anything against this thing. He's got a stagger weapon. I don't. He's got that melee. He's got infinity melee. He's going infinity melee. Can't do anything. Trying to land my shot. He's coming around. Landed his shot. Spin, delayed roll. Dying. I'm dead. Goddamn invisible walls. I blame invisible walls for my death right there. But the striker custom is just, I don't know why I kept on calling it GM striker, but it's striker custom. And it's just terrifying to fight against that mobile suit with this thing. It's like, no. It's like a death wish. But yeah, that's about it, and see y'all later. 1 out of 10.